What is up everyone, it is me DevilNeverCry, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at an exclusive tease for the Devil May Cry show. With it finally debuting after 7 years this week, Netflix have decided to drop another teaser titled Brothers, which seems to focus on both Dante and Virgil. So as always, we're going to hop in, take a look, and then after we're going to break down what it is that we can see. If you enjoy these kinds of videos and do want to see more, then do leave a like and consider subscribing. We'll definitely be doing more of these kinds of videos when the show finally drops later this week. With that said though, let's dive in. Alright, let's do this. Strawberry Sundae. You know, I've only just realized, and it's because of the star on her cheek, I'm almost certain that that's the same waitress from the original anime. And I only know that because I've been rewatching the original preparation for this. God, dude. You're gonna throw the number away? I can't believe it. Free Strawberry Sundaes for life, man. Of course, he's not gonna have a quiet moment. That's not any better than... Okay, right. Is he going to be able to save the sun? Oh, spoke too soon. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how feasible that is to survive, man. As a human. Okay. They're all good. Dude, and is that meant to be her... Is that meant to be Isaac? I mean, forget that for now. We've got Virgil. And this is where we get the flashbacks, okay. Bury the light already? Of course. And it's not him. Which I think we kind of knew. Yeah, it's a plasma. And music kicks in. Okay, it's not the first time you've seen the plasma then, right? And then this is the underworld moment, right? I think we've seen a little bit of this before. I wonder how early on in the story this is. Uh-oh. There we have it. April 3rd. I don't know about you, but that's definitely got me more excited for the show. I think we kind of knew that it wasn't going to be Virgil straight away because it's just such a big reveal to throw in your face like that. But there is like one or two things that I want to kind of just quickly go through and double check. Namely, this I'm pretty sure is meant to be Cindy. And I'll see if I can chuck in an image somewhere from the original anime, but this looks like almost exactly the same character, which is cool that they've brought that back. Maybe this is meant to be the same sort of like restaurant or diner. We do get to see the sign at some point, so I kind of want to just quickly go through that. Strawberry Sundae, this is quite straightforward. I think we all know Dante loves his strawberry sundaes. Gets the number, throws it away. Complete Dante thing to do. And then if we look at this character here, who I think we also get a close-up later on, yeah, I'm not sure if this is meant to be like Isaac, if we're sticking with the theme of like taking things from the original anime. He was like, there was this whole sort of love triangle thing with him, Dante, and Cindy, basically, with him trying to prove that Dante's like basically no good for her, which, yeah, long story short, things turn out fine. Then we have Dante with a bit of a sixth sense, which is quite interesting to see. That is a massive bite, by the way, of a strawberry sundae. I don't know how you have some of that without getting a brain freeze. But I find it cool that he basically just goes through and, like, this dude just gets launched. Like, there is no, like, if this dude lands head first, there is absolutely no way he's surviving that with the speed that he's being thrown. Impeccable aim as well. You've got the bloke here just eating his breakfast and he's just careening straight for him. Manages to get to Cindy though. If we quickly look at this sign here as well, I think this is the same name that the other like restaurant diner place in the original anime had as well, like Freddy's. So it's quite weird that they've sort of taken something that's sort of anime exclusive and then just decided to like transition that over into this new show, which is a cool touch. It's not something that you'd likely pick up unless you've sort of seen the previous anime. And then this, I don't know how anyone who's not Dante is surviving this. I don't think the pressure alone, it's GG, man. Then we see Dante and Virgil here having these flashbacks, which I think is a pretty cool touch. And Dante obviously thinks that Virgil here is dead, so we know that basically ever since the mansion incident, Dante's not seen or heard from Virgil in a long time. And if obviously this is not Virgil, as we know, because it's a plasma, who does a pretty convincing job up until, you know, he starts talking and just going crazy. What is Virgil doing? You know, where is he? We have the plasma here looking menacing. I think what would have been a really cool touch is if we saw it like transform into a bat, similar to how it did in DMC1, but instead we get this like little creepy worm thing. Where do we think that this takes place in the show? Because Dante's clearly had a run-in with a plasma before. That's what they're alluding to. And then if we look at this ambush here, I mean, Dante's obviously not got the rebellion on him, but this transformation almost kind of reminds me of Shadow, and it's obviously not, but just like this huge sickle. I don't think it's a move that they used in DMC1, so I'm curious to know where they got that idea from. And that about does it for this 2-minute teaser. I think it's quite strange that this show was announced 7 years ago, and it is literally just around the corner. I'm excited to see DMC back in the limelight again. No doubt you're going to have all kinds of opinions about the show and the series crawl out of the woodwork, but hopefully the show does well. Not only will there be another season, but potentially there's also going to be another game. I think Netflix and Addy also knew exactly what they were doing with the marketing with Virgil here. Virgil was shown like basically very early on, which had a lot of people questioning like what exactly is going on, why are they sort of dropping this big reveal so soon, and then obviously lo and behold we find out right at the 11th hour that it isn't Virgil at all, which just causes even more questions. I think this is also one of the scenes that they showed at the Lightbox Expo, where they sort of premiered a sneak peek, which kind of leaked, unfortunately, as everyone sort of spoke about this scene and how Virgil wasn't really Virgil, but hopefully people saw this clip for the first time and were sort of stunned or surprised that it didn't end up being Virgil whatsoever. One thing that did surprise me completely, and that I don't think was something that anybody mentioned, was the inclusion of Bury the Light there. With a new rendition or a new take on it, which I thought was really cool. Despite the fact that that's like basically DMC5 exclusive, it sort of transcended basically everything, all the DMC media, and has just exclusively become Virgil's theme, which, you know, you either love or you hate, considering that it's become a bit of a meme at this point, but it's Virgil. And that also calls into question, if we do see Virgil in the show, the actual Virgil, are we going to get a full proper rendition of it? Just some food for thought. On the topic of Virgil and Bury the Light, I don't know if any of you have been checking out the DevilNeverCry Reddit as of late, but they've currently got a rather interesting version of bingo going on for the DMC show, where Bury the Light isn't included, but Devil Trigger and even Virgil's chair is. Makes me wonder just how many meta DMC moments we're going to get in the show. Honestly, if that ridiculous chair even just so much as makes an appearance, I think people are just going to lose it. But with that, we come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, again, do leave a like and consider subscribing to stay up to date with anything and everything Devil May Cry. I'll definitely be doing more of these kinds of videos on the episodes themselves when they finally drop, so you can look forward to that. With all that said and done, it has been me, DevilNeverCry. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and as always, I'll see you all next video.